Along that vein, Ms. Renault, I understand, I think you may be one of the first people ever with long COVID to be testifying before a parliamentary committee. And I know you had talked a little bit about being able to avail yourself of a short-term disability plan, but not a long-term disability plan. I know that there are insurance companies that, aren't recognizing long COVID to the extent that they should, or in some cases at all. And that even in the case where some companies are recognizing it, it can be difficult to get a diagnosis, particularly in part because Canada doesn't understand a lot about this condition. The world, Canada, behind respect to many other countries in terms of the work being done on this. But for those who got COVID and then have been subject to long COVID, if they got COVID before the testing regime was in place, a lot of them weren't able to get a positive diagnosis simply because the testing infrastructure didn't exist yet. And so I'm wondering if you could speak a little bit to your own experience and experience of other COVID long haulers that who have struggled to gain access to employer insurance plans.
For me, yes, I like I was saying earlier, I was lucky to have the disability insurance, but yeah, there seems to be a problem with the long-term disability claims. I certainly am not the only one whose long-term disability claim has been denied by disability insurance companies. In my particular case, and I know it is the case with a lot of other long haulers, is we do a lot of different medical tests, but everything comes back normal. So on paper, we look like there's nothing wrong with us, when in reality, we're completely debilitated and, often bedridden or really unable to work, most of us. So it's, and from the statistics I've seen, only 20% of Canadians have disability insurance, which means that a large majority of the population doesn't have access to that. And some of those people get very ill as well. And it's not just COVID long haulers, it's all the people that get sick. And especially if they don't have access to disability insurance, they need to be able to rely on more than 15 weeks of financial support. It's 15 weeks is so quick. Especially with the healthcare system right now, it's so overloaded. I have to wait for months for one medical test, and I've already done a few, but I'm still waiting to do more because there's like a backlog there. So yes, it's crucial, it's vital that this be addressed and that there's something that be done about it that as soon as possible.